Hey, it's what is today? It's Tuesday. Y'all are back on my towel dispenser. It's lunchtime. I usually don't chime in this late in the day, but I wasn't gonna vlog today, and then I got some ideas, and then I was like, I can't not vlog because I'm wondering if there's a way to add polls on YouTube, because I'm running some polls over on my Instagram currently, but I know not all of y'all follow me on Instagram. If you do, that's where you get video updates when videos go live. If I have like questions for you guys, I ask them over there. Weekly, I ask you guys what you want to see me cook. You guys can vote on that, and then that's how I kind of like meal plan and choose my recipes. And then right now I'm working on, Luke is having his lunch. I'm working on doing kind of like a more formal video. So I'm working on asking questions to then kind of structure the video more so it will be tailored to you guys. So my video idea that I want to do, I have two video ideas. My first one is like he is so excited. He's almost done now, but he's having just noodles with some butter and like Parmesan cheese shaken on top. So the video that I'm working on, let's talk about that one. It's a Temu video. I was on Temu today, and I was just looking at stuff while Luca was taking his first nap, and I noticed that there were some things on Temu that I have already bought from Amazon. And I was like, I think it would be really interesting to do a comparison of the two products, because if you like to save money and you don't need the item like tomorrow, I think Temu is a really good option. Amazon, yes, it's nice to get the item, you know, sometimes in 2 days. Not all the time. Oh no, I dropped a noodle. Their 2-day shipping is not always 2-day shipping on Amazon. Temu, I think, takes up to like a week sometimes. But the prices are hugely different. Are you getting to the end of being done? Not that you care, but for lunch today, I'm trying something different. So I'm really bad at feeding myself. So I picked up a couple of these Marie Callender like bowls, and the one that I'm trying today is the beef and broccoli bowl. But if I would have seen that it had tender ginger in it, I probably wouldn't have bought it, because I'm not a huge ginger fan. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I get beef and broccoli all the time from like the Chinese restaurant, and they probably most definitely have ginger in their beef and broccoli. So I'm waiting for it to cool. It's still way too incredibly hot. But that's what I'm having for lunch. So that's my like Temu thing. My first poll over on Instagram was, have you guys ordered from Temu before? And you can just like answer these down in the comments if you aren't on my Instagram. That way I can look through the comments and I have an idea, since I don't know if I can do polls on YouTube. I know during like live shows you can, but I don't know about videos. And then so far, my other question that I would like you to answer down in the comments is, what items out of these 3 categories intrigue you the most? Clothing, kitchen and cooking, and home, which would be like organization, cleaning, and decor. So what out of those 3 categories intrigue you the most from Temu? I went ahead and I made an order. I'm going to test the video idea out and see how it goes. When I move, we're moving to a very small town. It's in the country, it's very small, and there's not a lot of shopping. You have to travel pretty far for shopping. Even grocery shopping is going to be a huge change for us, which I'm not super prepared for, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that quite yet, but we're going to figure that out once it becomes a problem. So in 6 weeks. But I can't just like pop to the Dollar Tree, you know? And I feel like the Dollar Tree, yes, they do get like new products every once in a while, but it's not as vast as Temu. But I do have like a Dollar Tree video in mind that I'm thinking about filming here soon before we move far away from a Dollar Tree. So that's like my thought process of videos today. I want to start peppering in some more like main channel feeling videos. I know a lot of you guys, since this was my main channel, are here from like hauls and reviews and stuff like that. And I was looking back at my videos that I had done previously that I all have privated now. They're still available for like me to see. They're just like locked away on my channel. And it was a lot of Dollar Tree hauls, Goodwill hauls. We're gonna be kind of close-ish to a Goodwill in like the next city over. So like those I'll probably do because if I remember correctly, I think I've been to that specific Goodwill a couple times and it's a really good one. So I'm still going to film that kind of content. It's just not going to be as easy because I'm not going to be in the city anymore. So plus I don't leave the house with Luca by myself unless it's like a doctor's appointment. I've talked about that in a previous vlog, but the world is crazy now and I don't feel super comfortable taking him out by myself because I'm tiny, he's tiny, I'm snatchable, I'm even more snatchable now. So, you know, just casual. So that's kind of like my idea. Let me know what you think. Oh, but like I was saying, some of my most popular videos were like reviews and hauls and stuff like that. And I obviously love shopping. I've done a couple Temu videos on Bibbidi Boppity Babe's TikTok. And I think I still have most of all of that footage. So I might edit them, condense them down a little bit, and turn them into YouTube shorts and upload them to this channel. I was thinking about that, so I may start working on that a little bit. They're more Disney related, but it still gives you quality ideas of items from Temu, and then that way that's kind of like a filler until my order comes that I just placed today. But I am very excited about the items that I placed today, and like I think I'm very intrigued to see how they stand up to the Amazon items that I already have. Let me know what you think. As I add new polls over on Instagram, I'll hop back on here, add them, so then as you're watching this, you can just create a little comment down below and start answering my questions. That way I can look at them on here too. Also, this should be cool now, so let's do a little taste test. Got a little bit of broccoli, got a little bit of beef, rice. Okay. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. All right, let's do, the sauce is like nice. It's not too gingery. Let's do a big piece of beef. All right. I now no longer regret picking this one up. For this week's grocery list, how I've been choosing these is whatever is on sale. So like last week, these were 3 for $9. So this week there are different ones that are on sale. So I added those to my grocery list and I'll try those out and I can give you guys a little review if you have a Publix around you. I'm sure other grocery stores also carry like Marie Collander's stuff, but this is a good one. It almost like cures my hankering for Chinese, which I've been hankering lately.
This kid has tons of toys, and what's his favorite thing right now? Bucket. He goes inside of it and just talks. What are you doing?
Into the hole.
Chews on it. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm just showing your love of bucket. Whoa.
I think the absolute hardest thing about breastfeeding, like exclusively breastfeeding, is never knowing if your baby is like completely satisfied. Do you not like this one? I just gave him a pouch because he's ripping at my shirt even though like I've given him the boob. And it's the first time that he's having like a smoothie pouch. Anyhow, I feel like when you don't pump, you're not really sure how much they're taking in. I can hear myself and feel myself having a letdown, like his swallowing and stuff is what I mean when I can hear myself having a letdown. So like, I know that he's getting like a letdown of milk, but I don't know exactly how much milk he's getting. And lately he has been very like clingy to me, doesn't want to play by himself. He wants to be latched 24/7. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a developmental leap. I don't know if I'm not producing enough milk and he's starving. I don't know. Oh, I don't think he likes this one. I don't know, you know, if he's doing it for comfort or if he's doing it because he's definitely hungry. I also am like, am I drying up? Who knows? It worries me quite a bit. So if you're a past breastfeeding mom and you have any suggestions, let me know. He is 10 months old. So I know that like once he hits 1 year, that breast milk isn't like his main source of nutrition, which I think will like make me feel a little bit better. But I just feel like, I don't know. He eats till he's full for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he's only awake like 2.5 to 3 hours in between his wake windows. So I don't feel like he usually has a meal in all of his wake windows. So I don't feel like there's time for like a snack. I don't know. I'm at a loss with him right now. But like the constantly needing my boob, constantly acting like he's starving, but then like he'll take a couple sips and then he'll be done. So I'm like, are you hungry or are you just like using me for comfort? So he's having a dairy-free Once Upon a Farm organic smoothie, but I feel like he's not liking it as much as like the fruits and vegetables one. Yeah, he's just kind of like drinking some of it, but also spitting some of it out. But it's kept him happy. Kevin is on his way home. He's going to stop and do the grocery shop real quick. And then when he gets home, I'm going to make Stroganoff for dinner. That was one of his stepdad's favorite meals. So we're making the keto version of it, the keto quick version of it. I used to roll my own meatballs. Once I found these frozen, once I had a kid, stuff changed. When I have more time during the day, will I go back to making my own meatballs? Probably. Until then, we use frozen meatballs. I finally found a good frozen meatball in their BOGO at Publix this week. So I'm having Kevin pick those up. I still make the sauce homemade. And then instead of noodles, because Kevin is keto, I saw where I get my recipes that you can use green beans substituted for noodles. And I like to say I'm a whore for ranch. I'm also a whore for green beans. I love green bean casserole, and this recipe gives me green bean casserole vibes with meat, essentially. I've gone ahead and grabbed everything that I have here on hand. I'm just waiting on a couple things for Kevin to bring home from the grocery store, but basically we're gonna start out with a 1/2 cup of chopped onion and cream mushroom soup with char sauce, 1 packet of onion soup and dip mix, some minced garlic, and then you'll need some cheddar cheese to top it off. But this is just some of the ingredients that we're gonna use tonight, but I went ahead and grabbed them out. Okay, so we are gonna blast through dinner tonight. I'm gonna show you guys the meatballs that we like to use. These are the ones that we like. They're Italian style meatballs, already cooked, fully cooked, just frozen. To start this off, you're gonna take 1 can of cream of mushroom soup.
pop that. And you're going to, if you can hear Luca crying, I've got him in the bouncer seat while Kevin showers. He's hanging out with him, and Luca's not thrilled to be in the bouncer. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna do 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, and it won't come out. Love that. There we go. And you are going to take the can, and you're gonna measure milk into the can. So 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, and then you guys can't see this, but I am filling up the can with just whole milk. You can use whatever kind of milk. So 1 can of milk, add that in. You guys saw that I already went ahead and started the onion and garlic while I was waiting on Kevin to come home with the groceries. I'm also going to add just like a couple shakes of Worcestershire in here. So you want to bring this to a boil, and then, oh, and I almost forgot, you want to add your packet of onion soup mix. There would literally be no flavor if we didn't add that. That's much better looking. I'm wondering how well you guys can hear Luca. Oh my god, that's so much better looking. Okay, so this may not look like a lot of sauce. I also do this in a deep pan because with us adding the green beans, it kind of takes a lot of space up. So, oh, that looks perfect and it smells delicious. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Worcestershire sauce up, and then you're gonna use, if you're making it the same way we are tonight, you're gonna use 2 cans of French style green beans. If you don't wanna make it with the green beans, then you can boil whatever noodles you wanna make and then toss those in once the meat cooks, or heats up in our case, defrosts in our case. But I like this. It's hearty, it's good, it's like nice and simple, it's a quick meal. Like I said, when I used to make this, I think you've seen us make this recipe, and when I say us, I mean me and my mom. You've seen us make this recipe if you've been around the vlog channel for a really long time. Back in the day, we used to make it all the time. And this is essentially the same sauce base, and I just add, instead of my own rolled meatballs, which like later down the road when I have more time and Luca's not a baby anymore and I can kind of prepare my own meatballs again, I will most definitely go back to my own meatballs because that's the most delicious. But we always would put this over egg noodles instead of green beans, but by using green beans instead of noodles, it makes it keto. So French style green beans kind of gives you the feeling of noodles. I have made it with regular green beans before, and it is still good. It's just not as noodly feeling. So I'm gonna crank this up. We need to get this boiling, and then, there we go. I'm going to dump in my whole bag of meatballs. This is 1.6 pounds of meatballs. Typically when I make this recipe myself, I use about a pound of meat. So this is just a little extra. So, all right, so we're starting to boil, if you guys can see. We're gonna go ahead and dump these meatballs in. And then I just make sure that they're all kind of down in the sauce, which I should be able to fit them all. Perfect. Yes, they all fit down in the sauce. So for these say, I forget, 25 minutes. So I'm going to drop this, now that it's boiling, down to medium. I'm going to grab, sorry, I just banged y'all a little bit. I'm going to grab my lid, and we're gonna set a timer for 25 minutes. You're gonna stir occasionally, and then we will come back and I will show you guys how to finish it off. I'm sorry, we also add our green beans at this point. I forgot. I feel frazzled. Kevin's out of the shower though, so Luca is much happier. So with the green beans, obviously you're going to open the can and then drain them. You don't want the green bean juice. Pop these right on top of your meatballs. And then Key thinks I have something because it's a can. Okay, so now you're just gonna kind of do that across the top. We're gonna add a little pepper. All right. Add a little pep. Stir the pepper around a little bit. Cool, perfect. Now we're gonna put the top on and let it go for 25 minutes. Okay, so I've been stirring this every like 5 to 7 minutes. And this is what we are looking like now. You just want to make sure your meatballs aren't sticking to the bottom. I feel like it's really popping off for being on a 4. The stove kind of sucks, so who knows what the hell is actually happening internally in the stove. Anyhow, so, good Lord, I'm gonna turn down just a little bit more. So you're gonna take a half of a cup of sour cream and you're going to add that in. This is just gonna make it creamy, creamy, delicious. Creamy, creamy, delicious. So you wanna try to incorporate the sour cream. So if you want, you can stop here. Put the lid back on, cook it for an additional 5 minutes, or the recipe that I found that is the keto recipe calls for cheese, and Kevin really likes cheese, so we're just gonna do a sprinkle of some mild cheddar, like a handful of it right on top. And then I'm going to mix that in, put my lid back on, and let it simmer for another couple minutes. And then that's it. This is done. All in all, took about 30 minutes. Not bad at all. This is a delicious meal for a cold day, even though it's not cold anymore in Florida. Today the high is like 68 or something. So anyhow, I'm gonna let this go for like 2 more minutes and then dinner is ready. And it is done. Luca, we just set him down for bed and he's trying to get comfortable. We're gonna eat dinner and yeah.